Taking the time to find the right herb to add to your garden is important. You'll want to smell that 4-inch plant or the 1-gallon plant to determine if it's the right one for you. The flavor won't change when it's in your garden. For example, there are many different types of oregano to choose from. Some are lovely ground covers and they grow extremely well here, but if you don't care for the flavor, is that the best use of your garden space? Now, my favorite is Hilltop Oregano. It's a variety that's a cross between oregano and marjoram and combines the best aspects of both plants. It's hardy and prolific like oregano, but the flavor is milder and more subtle than most oreganos, and it grows very vigorously. This is hot and spicy oregano, and it's just that. It's oregano with a kick. It's perfect in Mexican dishes or in soups or where the spiciness is welcome. Sicilian oregano smells just like the dried oregano that we find in stores, so that's a nice one to have. I typically use dried oregano at the beginning of cooking a sauce or soup and then add fresh herbs at the end of the cooking time to provide a layered flavor effect. Strip the leaves from the stems and chop them finely to add to dishes. Now, Central Texans love their rosemary. It's drought tolerant, deer proof, and it smells heavenly. And there are many to choose from. The flavor and growth habitat of rosemary can vary greatly. Gorizia is named after a city in Italy, and it's tall and robust. These cuttings came from a plant that's almost 5 feet tall. It's great for flower arranging, but it's not my favorite rosemary flavor. I love the ARP rosemary discovered by Madeline Hill in ARP, Texas. Also, the Hill Hardy rosemary that was named for Madeline in recognition of her research for the best rosemary cultivars in Texas. Both are cold hardy, upright type plants, and they have a wonderful flavor. Rosemary can easily overpower any dish, so you want to use it with caution. A few sprigs stuffed into a chicken or turkey infuses the meat with divine flavor. You can add it to barbecue sauce or rub for a pork loin. Potatoes and breads are also good with rosemary. You'll strip the leaves from the stems and chop them finely, but if you want just a hint of rosemary flavor, try using just the flowers. You'll have to shoo the bees away because they love them too, but add them to egg or tuna salad. Use them in a flavorful garnish in drinks or add to herb butter. They have a mild hint of rosemary and a bit of sweetness too. Different varieties bloom at different times of the year, so if you have a good assortment of plants, you can keep the bees happy and have blooms to munch on out in the garden. Another herb I've become very fond of is winter savory. It was the herb of the year for 2015. This dark green ground cover is tough as nails and very attractive. It grows about 12 inches tall and spreads vigorously. The flavor is a mix of both oregano and thyme. It's an excellent addition to any bean recipe, and it works well with meat dishes, cabbage, and in soups. Keep it trimmed regularly, though, to stimulate new growth and prevent the woody growth that's similar in many thyme plants. It likes sun, but will grow in filtered or partial sun and does best without a lot of fertilizer or water. It's also suited to container growing. You'll cut it back hard when you trim it, but use the more tender tips in cooking, as the tougher lower leaves can be very pungent. Add some more flavor to your garden with some of these herbs. For Backyard Basics, I'm Tricia Shirey. Thanks for watching.